Your perfect dream home awaits. A magical vintage cottage journey with shabby chic charm. Hello, friends, and welcome back to Vintage and Rustic, where we slow down, take a breath, and dive into the enchanting world of timeless charm and heartfelt design. I'm David, and I'm so glad you've joined me today for something truly special, a cozy journey into what might just be your perfect dream home. We're talking about a magical vintage cottage, layered with delicate touches of shabby chic style and wrapped in warmth, nostalgia, and a touch of whimsy. Just imagine waking up in a little home where every corner tells a story, where peeling paint feels like poetry, and where time seems to slow down. In this calm and quiet space, we're not chasing trends. We're honoring the past, embracing imperfection, and celebrating soulful simplicity. In today's video, I'll be walking you through ideas that blend vintage cottage charm with shabby chic elegance, using home design elements that feel both lived in and luxurious in the most humble way. If you've ever dreamt of lace curtains fluttering in the breeze, antique furniture glowing with character, and worn wood floors that creak with comfort, then you're in the right place. This is the heart of vintage and rustic living, and your dream cottage is closer than you think. Picture a sun-dappled kitchen with open shelving filled with mismatched china, a vintage farmhouse sink beneath a weathered wood window, and soft pastel tones brushing every surface. The secret to this look is layering textures: chippy paint, ruffled linen curtains, reclaimed barnwood, and glass doorknobs that catch the afternoon light just so. Start with a neutral foundation, creamy whites, warm beiges, or antique grays, and build from there with hints of blush, faded lavender, and dusty rose. You can bring character through small touches: an old enamel pitcher used as a vase, a floral embroidered table runner, or a basket of fresh-cut herbs resting by the window. Don't forget the charm of vintage lighting: a crystal chandelier above a rustic dining table, Let's wander into the living space, where comfort reigns supreme. Think oversized armchairs in faded floral upholstery, slip-covered sofas in soft linen, and a patchwork quilt casually tossed over the back of a chair. The beauty of shabby chic and vintage cottage style lies in its informality. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're creating a refuge, a space to unwind with a book, a cup of tea, or quiet music playing on a record player. Bring in vintage trunks as coffee tables, or use old wooden crates as side tables. Adorn the walls with botanical prints, antique mirrors, or even a gallery of old family photos in mismatched frames. Soft lighting is essential. Layer table lamps, wall sconces, and candles to create a cozy glow that makes every evening feel special. Don't forget the floor. Layered area rugs and faded patterns add both warmth and texture. You might also add a touch of nature indoors with a few well-loved houseplants in clay pots or metal pails. Every detail matters, but none should feel forced. When everything comes together, your living room will feel like a warm hug, an intimate and peaceful haven where your soul can truly rest. As we wander into the bedroom, the most personal space in the house, think of it as your sanctuary. This is where vintage and rustic charm can really come alive in delicate, dreamy ways. A wrought iron bed frame or an antique wooden headboard can serve as a statement piece, dressed in layers of crisp white linens, crocheted throws, and faded floral duvets. Don't be afraid to mix patterns and textures. Lace, cotton, and linen all work beautifully together. Bedside tables might be repurposed from old stools or vintage suitcases, topped with books, small lamps, or a vase of dried lavender. Add a bit of whimsy with hanging hearts, shabby framed mirrors, or string lights for a soft, magical glow at night. In the corner, an old armchair draped with a hand-knit throw becomes your quiet nook for reflection. Even storage can be beautiful. Weathered wardrobes, vintage dressers, and open shelving with neatly folded quilts can all feel charming and organized. Let your bedroom breathe peace into your life. Let it be filled not only with beautiful things, but with the So now, as we come to the end of this little journey, I hope you can feel the magic and potential of creating a vintage cottage of your own, where shabby chic charm welcomes you with open arms. This kind of home isn't about grandeur, it's about grace. It's about finding beauty in the weathered, the worn, and the whisper-soft corners of a life well-loved. When you let go of perfection and embrace the soulful style of vintage and rustic living, you start to notice the poetry in every chipped teacup, every frayed pillowcase, every beam of sunlight through sheer curtains. There's a richness in the simplicity and a depth in the details. Creating a home like this doesn't happen overnight. It's a gentle process. Thank you for spending this time with me today on Vintage and Rustic. It's always a joy to share these soulful spaces with you, and I hope you're leaving with a sense of peace and inspiration for your own decorating journey. Whether you're starting fresh or simply adding layers to what you already love, know that your perfect dream home is not a destination. It's something you create little by little with love, intention, and joy.